Good morning. It is Saturday, the 9th of September. Back out to the homeless camp today. Quick cleanup of the parking area up here where there's some, eating, drinking stuff going on. Actually saw a whole lot of cars sitting here last night when I was leaving at 6 o'clock, quarter 7 or so. And, there's always that first thought, should I just say something to them? Please don't litter or whatever. Didn't feel like getting into it. It was a bunch of teenage boys, 18, 19-year-olds. Didn't feel like getting into it with them. You don't want to accuse them of something they haven't done yet. That's the way it is. But, based on the group and what they were holding in their hands, that I'm going to find a lot of what they were holding in their hands here. So, do a quick cleanup. It's not too bad, but it is what it is. Get back into the area this morning, see if my friend Blackie Bear is still there or not, or hanging around. Or came to check on my work. Yeah, there's one thing. I am replacing this camera. I've ordered a new one, the new GoPro 12. I think it just came out. Should get it next week sometime. But this one has a sound problem on it where it clicks all the time. It drives me nuts when I'm editing. And it also does very, very poorly in low light. So in the woods in the evening there, everything turns blocky, grainy, doesn't move well. Just takes a long time to refocus on things. So I'm hoping that the new one does a lot better. We'll see. I've had this one now for just over 2 years or so, and I'll keep it as a backup camera for doing other things, and it's good for time lapses, but for videos in conditions that aren't ideal, not so much. So anyways, that's my lesson that I've learned over the last few days of editing a lot more in different light conditions. We'll see how that goes with the new one, but get this cleaned up real quick. Only gonna take a minute, dump it in the box, and then head back out into the woods. I'll see you inside. Hey, I'm inside the camp. I get right down to it. The light's pretty bad in here right now, so I'm not gonna record a very long video, but that's what the pile looks like at the start of the day. I see lots of big stuff that's gonna pack up quick. And start pulling on the big stuff, get it all out in the open, see what's wet, see what's not. Bag it up. Lots of little stuff left around the outside. I'll rake that up, clean that up later. Today is a big item day, so see what we can get to. See you in a while. hey, been at it for a while. I got just about 10 bags. Most of the big stuff that was off the top I've been putting in the bottom of the bags to spread the weight around, and put a bucket on top and maybe some large item that can just fit but is too big to put in my bucket. So that blanket's really wet, so I'm just gonna leave that there, and that one's wet too. Leave that there till tomorrow. A few wet clothes, lots of needles. Found a whole another Gatorade thing full, and then I don't know, that's maybe 15 there. And pile's getting smaller and smaller. Again, for those of you who haven't watched any of the other episodes at this point, I do have to empty out every bag before I use. I can't just pick up one that looks, hey, I can get all of this out in one thing, because any bag, including chip bags and stuff like that, could have needles in them. And I promised the parks department that comes to pick this up that I will have gone through for all sharps ahead of time and separated those and hauled those out last. So that's my reason for doing that. Also for my own safety, because I gotta lug this thing 1/8 of a mile out to the road, and I don't want to get poked while I'm doing it, because all it would take is, as I said before, one bad poke and it ruins your life. So better to take a few minutes to just go through them. And yeah, it's a pain in the butt, and I could be done in half the time if I didn't do it, but I might never pick litter again after that if something goes wrong. So yeah, moving through the pile pretty good. I'm gonna have to move a bunch of these sticks off in a minute. I'm gonna walk some of the bags out now just to take a little break from bending over. Lots of batteries. You kind of get a good idea. It's kind of like archaeology. You're finding out what's important out here based on the number of things that you find. Batteries, tarps, lots of just bags of groceries. Obviously they're going down the Safeway and coming back up with food. I found like 10 or 15 things of tuna that weren't opened yet, like packaged tuna. And I'm not, obviously I threw them in the garbage, but it was more, I'm amazed that the bears didn't smell it, so, or didn't come in and try to dig through this. Maybe it was so long ago that it was buried so deep that it's all masked by the smell of everything else decomposing here. But yeah, there's definitely some more big stuff in the pile here. I think I got like two big bags of garbage here right in the front that I'll have to take care of in the next go around. I filled up my 5 buckets. I put the big stuff in top, and then, or in the bottom, and then go on to the next step. So, and just keep going like that. Anyways, gonna do some haul outs, take a little break after that, and then keep at it. But that's looking really good to get done. If not today, first thing tomorrow. So this will be done this weekend for sure now. Yeah. Okay, set you down. I'll be back in a little while. So last night I had the bear encounter. Today I heard something as I'm hauling a couple of bags out. I heard something rustling in the bushes. Took me a while to see it. Unfortunately, I didn't have a camera with me by the time I got back. It was gone. Or maybe way over there, it might be looking at me. There was a big black-tailed stag, or buck, I guess, black-tailed buck. That was off in the bushes in the distance there. They're so hard to see in this environment here. Just, you know, with all the undergrowth and the light this time of day, it's just almost impossible. But anyways, there's kind of a dead tree over there that looks like it fell down recently, and he was right by that. So anyways, one of the reasons I do this is I just love seeing the wildlife, and you know, it is fantastic to have this so close to where I live. And now I'm going to show you how far away the bear was from me, because I realized that it may have been even closer than I thought on first glance. So I'll be right back. I'm now standing approximately where I was when I noticed the bear. So here's the big pile of garbage over behind me, and this is where the 2 trees are. One that was been broken over for a while and cleaned up all this. This is where that old tent was the other day that I picked up. And the bear is, let's see, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was 15 meters away. He was right here. He came up the other side of the stump, sat there and watched me, and he came and he stood right here, less than 15 meters away from me. The camera kind of distorts it, but that's where he was. It was right here. So, yeah, close encounters of the bear kind. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to it, get this cleaned out, let the animals have their woods back. Okay, I made quite a bit of progress there. I think that's maybe another 10 bags. Pile's getting smaller, as it should be. Pulled a lot of big stuff out of there in the last little bit. And I don't know what time it is yet. I'm starting to get a little hungry, so it must be close to lunchtime. May haul this stuff out and then grab some food. And we'll see if I have the energy to come back out this afternoon and keep at it. Because once you get on a roll like this, you want to keep going. There's also other things that have to get done. So quite a pile of needles that I've pulled out today. This is the bucket just from this morning. So I don't know, 50. It's every bag. You have to check every bag. I just can't let any of them go by without checking them. So for the morning, I think that was a total of 20 bags. Brought out a couple other things, broken chair and a reel on the way out. I forgot to take a picture right before I left the pile, or before I left the drop area. Anyways, I'm gonna go home, get some lunch, and see whether or not I've got energy this afternoon to come back out. It's really bright today. Holy cow. Because I've been in the woods. It's all dark, getting used to it. But we'll see. So far this weekend, 29 bags. But I really am going to finish off that pile this weekend. If not this afternoon, then tomorrow morning. We'll just see what else I got going on today, and or when I get home, and how much energy I've got left after I get some food and a brief rest. So I will catch you a little later. Have a great one. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Bye.